Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make kebab like they make in the takeaway, shish kebab. This mixture is also used in quite a lot of Indian takeaway restaurant dishes. So to start with, one large onion chopped or two small ones, roughly this quantity. These are bullet chilies that you buy at any Asian store. You can use any type of chili you want really, but this is one that's off my plant at home, which is a jalapeno. I'm only putting that in there because I have it, but if you buy your chilies, just want 4 of them. The kebabs, when they're made, they're not mouth burning hot. They do have a nice warmth to them, but obviously if you're a chili head, shove 8 in. It's entirely up to you. At the end of the day, you're making it to suit your own taste. What I'm going to do with this, because I nearly have every kitchen gadget known to man, got the mincer out, which I normally use for making sausages, but I'm going to mince the onion first, which will go into the sieve, and then let any excess liquid drain away, and then I'll put the chilies through so that the chilies just sit on top of the onion mixture. Why I'm mincing it: if you don't have a mincer, if you only have a blender, blend the onions. If you don't have a blender at all, but you only have a knife, everybody does, chop the onions up as fine as you can possibly get them. I'm sure you don't want to see onions being minced up. Word of warning: if you're using a mincer, you do cry more than when you're peeling them. But there it is, all minced up, and you can see just there the amount of liquid that's come out of them. We don't want that in the kebabs, otherwise they'll be too wet and fall off your skewers. Now I'm going to show you how to make a kebab mixture. I've got one of these Kenwood mixers. If you haven't, you're going to have to mix it by hand. So I'm going to be using a kilo of what I buy as mixed lamb. It's the fat content is more than your lean lamb, and to be quite honest with you, the kebabs need it to cook properly. So into here, 1 egg, I'm going to put the dry ingredients in first. So a teaspoon of salt, two tablespoons of mixed curry powder. The recipe for this particular one will be in the ebook. I'll put a link in the box below to a forum where there's different mixed powders, mixed curry powders. Try it with them if you can't wait for the book. Teaspoon of methi, also known as fenugreek. It's the dried leaves. Black pepper, half a teaspoon. Right, let's check in. Yes, fresh coriander. If I were to compact this, it'd be like a tablespoon and a half, but this is loose. So in with the fresh coriander, very important. Now she'll start with the wet. Tablespoon of garlic and ginger paste. I've done a video of how to make this with that. Now this is my jar of the Kashmiri masala paste that I've done the video previous to this, how to make it. If you can't be bothered, or you haven't got all the spices but you want to make your lamb kebabs, go and buy that well-known brand in the little jars, Kashmiri masala paste. There's quite a bit of oil on top of this, which I want, but if you don't want to put too much oil into this, just tilt it to one side, and we want a tablespoon and a half. Now on my second bit here, I'm going to get some of the lovely oil. This oil is going to come out of the kebab as it cooks, but there's a lot of flavour in there. Let me just check I've got everything in there. No, I haven't. This is the onion and chilli that you saw earlier. Basically I've just pressed it against the sieve to extract as much water out of it as possible. The wetter you have this mixture, the harder it's going to be to put on the well, not put on the skewers, keep on the skewers, because once the heat hits it and the fats start to melt, it's going to want to basically just drop off the skewers. So the drier you can keep this mixture, the better it will go on to the skewers for you. So with this, just basically just going to mix that up. Just the camera so you can see. Sorry about the camera movement. Just mixing the egg, the onions and all the spices and everything, so that when we put the meat in, that will distribute a lot more evenly. That's enough of that. You can already smell that kebab flavour in there. I don't know if you can see that there on the bag. It's just a quarter of a kilo of minced chicken. Yes, these are lamb kebabs, but if you think when you eat a kebab from the takeaway that you are eating just lamb, you're sadly mistaken. There's the lamb. Just doing my best here to show you. £3.99 a kilo for the mixed lamb. Basically this now is going to go on. I'm just going to mix and mix and mix away, probably for about 3 or 4 minutes, show you what it's looked like once it's mixed. Okay, that's mixed now, and it took about 4 minutes. The reason for giving it a good mixture, a good mix, whether you're doing it with your hands or whether you're doing it by machine, you basically you're pulling the fibres out from the meat, and the fats will go around the fibres. So when you come to put them onto a skewer, the fibres are all intermingled, which will help it from basically falling off your skewer. A lot of people have the problem of the kebab meat wanting to do a lovely job of forming it onto that skewer, stick it under the grill or on a barbecue. If it's on a barbecue over hot coals, the fats start to melt and it just goes plop into the coals. If you're doing it under the grill, it's not so bad because you can recover it from the grill pan that's underneath it, but it's an important part that it is properly mixed. I'm going to scrape this out of here now, put it into a stainless steel bowl, cover it and leave it overnight.